It's like I'm a toll booth collector. I have set up camp. Like I used to say, I committed to the non-committal lifestyle. I live on the crossroads. That's where I live. I don't set it up beautifully. I live out of boxes. I live out of hampers. I live out of chaos. Everything feels transient. I've tried to set my roots. I've tried to find stability, but the fact is, it's like, you know, you might plant a tree, but at some point, if there's cement under that dirt, it might grow for a few years. It might seem to grow, but it's never going to grow fully, and it's never going to really thrive. And then at some point, it's just going to start to die, because the roots are going to reach that concrete, and they're not going to be able to go deeper, stronger, more multi-level. You know, they're going to die. They're going to be stagnated. And so, parking my ass in this really obsessed. And I know I do it as this weird fucking defense mechanism thing, as a way to protect myself. It's like, I want to protect my heart from being hurt, because I was hurt, and very deeply at a very young age. That's another video. But I was traumatized by this extremely deep wound, which I still feel the pain of. And that's why I make these fucking videos, so I could try to work through my shit. And so I just learned to sort of see people in this distant way. I see you on the way out. I'm hanging out by the door. I'm hanging out by the exit door, and I wonder why everybody's leaving. So I don't necessarily want to hang out by the indoor either, because I don't want to be... people are just glancing by, hey, and then they're on their way either. You know, I want to be in the space, in the inner space. I want to be in my own inner space. Like, that's the point I'm getting at. Like, whatever entrance door or exit door to the party, to the life, you have to come from your own center. Because that's like, everybody is their own center. I'm my own little planet, my own little universe, my own little multi-dimensional, infinite levels of universe of me, of galaxies, just like my kids are, each individually their own infinite level of dimensional galaxies of the cosmos. And it's just like never-ending levels of layers of infinite source energy, you know. And I'm so busy staring out the window, like I'm doing most of the video, part one, which is okay. It's okay to be in your comfy zone and looking out. But if I'm hanging out, set up shop at the outdoor, it's like setting up your shop in the airport. Yeah, it might be very profitable in one sense, but not when you're looking for relationships. So I think I finally had like a giant light bulb moment why I've always been attracted to these transient people, and why I'm always finding myself in these relationships, whether it's me, the other, or both of us, are just not really going to be there for the long haul. And along the way, I have been blessed, and I have found some amazing, amazing people. Some of my best friends live in other countries or on the other part of the world, you know. And it doesn't diminish or take away how much I love them and how much I am, like I say with my kids, I always say we have a rainbow, not a rainbow, we have a rubber band, an infinite rubber band of love around our hearts. And no matter how far we are, even after death, even if, no matter how far you travel, we're always connected. We're always connected by these invisible but invincible rubber bands. And I know that that's true. And I said, and we have an infinite amount of rubber bands that we can be connected to others. And some are super strong, last forever. And some not so much. And that's okay. So I was saying, if someone is not, this isn't to say, don't ask people out. This isn't to say don't make an effort. Of course, you make your effort. You make your genuine effort. And the ones who respond genuinely and consistently, they're the ones who are in your life, in your inner circle. You put out invitations for a party. The people who show up, they like you. The people who stay to help you clean or come early or both, help you set up, help you party, help you clean up, help you do grocery shop, whatever. People who just fucking like you, just not because you are exactly the same, not because, it's just convenient circumstance, but seriously, they really like you, and you really like them too, and so if I stop trying to hang out at the doorway and I just start living inside my own life, go through my boxes, get rid of what I don't need, and really do my project, really finish my book. My books. I got a lot of unfinished books, a lot of started books and unfinished books, and I have a lot of stuff that I'm interested in. I make these videos. I'm not getting paid. I don't even have that many subscribers. I'm not getting anything for it, really. I'm just doing it because it's sincere. This is my evolution. This is my journey. This is my lovely, opinionated, vegan evolution. This is me evolving. This is me saying, I want to dive deep. Shout out to Ralph Smart. Yes, hell yeah. I want to learn, why do I have these fucked up problems? Why can't I seem to have friendships that grow and thrive? And now I'm realizing I'm not finding romantic love because I'm not putting myself in the place that love would be. I'm hanging out at the train station watching everybody leave on the departing side. And I'm doing it and I'm saying I don't want a relationship. I don't want to give myself. I don't want to learn about somebody's fucked up shit. I don't want your mental illness. I don't want your physical illness. I don't want to deal with your bad eating habits. I don't want to deal with your lack of motivation. I don't want to deal with your fucked up family, your stupid beliefs. I'm just going to be alone. I'm going to spend my time with my kids. I'm going to do my art. And then in the meantime, I'm going to just let my mind be obsessed with people who truly cannot, will not, do not, won't not, ain't not, never gonna give me love. And I keep finding my mind going back to these people, and it's I'm finally seeing the light. It's not that I have a problem. It's not like I'm inherently unlovable because I was not loved as a child the way I deserved. That doesn't mean I'm not lovable. It means that that person wasn't able to love me. But now I need to stop hanging out on the peripheral. Fiona Apple, Periphery. Oh, Periphery. And start loving me. Start doing my journey. Continuing my journey. Clean my shit up and just be open. Just be open. I can honestly say I think that most of my 7-year relationship with my ex, with him really being on the periphery, wanting to go, and me just being miserable, wondering why he doesn't want to be with me, even though he stayed, There are people who will do that. They live on the fence. People live on the fence, and then people like me set up near the fence. Ugh. Like Beyonce's song, sorry, I ain't thinking about you. I ain't thinking about you.
Inside, it's raining. I've got just a couple minutes until my kids come home. So I just want to add the last thought is that stop setting up by the fence or by the door where people are on their way out. This is to myself. Stop talking to the people who live on the fence or who are headed out. And then as far as being myself and being true to myself, I'm not going to post videos of what I think people might want to hear. I'm not going to soften my message or make it less opinionated or alter my opinion or censor myself because I think other people won't like me. I'm not going to change what matters to me, what my fundamental needs are out in the world, in my real life, like the people that I actually meet. Because if you don't like me for who I genuinely am, we're never going to get along. And you're never going to love me. And I won't be able to be true to myself if I try to be in a relationship with you. And trying to do things with someone who doesn't really want to be with me. I hate to say, but that's how I feel every time I'm with my ex. There's this palpable feeling for me that he is in my presence, but he doesn't want to be. It's like it's excruciating for him. And every time I try to make it a longer amount of time, or like we actually do something together, of course it's like always for the kids, but then it's like, then there's this vibe, there's this feeling that he doesn't want to be with me, and it's like this rejection, and I put myself in that position. I put myself in the position to be feeling rejected and feeling terrible, and then it gets, it elevates or escalates into something yucky, and it's my fault because I'm putting myself there, because I'm trying to get something from someone who is not wanting to be there, and it hurts me. And it hurts them too. So I'm going to just make a vow to myself to stop, Stop living on the periphery. Stop living near the fence. Stop living by the outdoor. And start just living inside my life, my me. Just start setting up my house, my literal house that I'm actually sitting in, and my house of my me, the books, the projects that matter to me, and just be home, like Thich Nhat Hanh says, I am home, I have arrived, like Alicia Keys says, who wants to love somebody like me? You want to love somebody like me. If you could love somebody like me, you must be messed up too, in common. Like, there's so many songs that are like codependent, narcissistic type songs, and I'm just starting to feel like there's a real peace inside. If I just start to realize that by living my truth, that's setting up my home, my energy home, and that's going to feel more welcoming to the people who actually really want to be there. Because this is where I live. And as long as I'm alive, I'm going to live in this me self. So I'm going to be true to it. Click subscribe, okay? Thank you.
And if please, may I